Hi, Rob with Metric Realties. If you're an agent, a broker, a home buyer, a home seller, it behooves you to listen to this quick 5-minute presentation. So, great thing about Metric Realties is remember, there's no cost to go ahead and sign up. It's free. You don't have to use a credit card. And for example, for things like posting a job, finding a referral. Let's say you wanted to buy a referral or you wanted to sell a referral, you can go ahead and do that through Metric Realties as well. You can post jobs and get jobs again through Metric Realties. That's all free. The idea is to allow agents to go ahead and network, provide a better experience for their clients, and do that for free and make money obviously while you're doing it. Next thing you get to do is that you can immediately go ahead and design a website and take charge of your brand. So you don't have to worry anymore about waiting for your tech team to update your website. You can do that on your website and launch something. If you aren't connected with a broker yet, you can always connect with us, launch your own brand through a DBA. Even if you're not a broker, you can launch your own DBA and your own brand with us. Launch your website. At the same time of launching your website, remember you're also going to get an app that's branded for you. So let's say your client came on and wanted to make an offer or had some questions about 6221 or 6211 Lake Washington Boulevard. They could easily, because remember at the same time, you're going to have a agent dashboard launched. And as you can see, I'm logged in with Team at Prodigy's agent. That's the tenant I'm logged in with. And you'll see I'll have no requests. But at the same time, it's also going to launch me a home buyer and home seller dashboard. My home buyers and home sellers can easily log on through the website that I've created, or they could log in through the app that I've created, either one. When they log into this home buyer and home seller dashboard, what you're going to see is you're going to be able to easily make a request. So they can go ahead and come here, and let's say they had a question about a property. We mentioned this 6211 Lake Washington Boulevard. So let's say they 11 Lake Washington Boulevard right here. So I'll go ahead and search for that. It pops up. Yeah, that's the property that I'm looking for. And my client had a question about it. So they went ahead and let's say they did a Q&A on it. And they went ahead and again, it's all going to be branded you. They'll ask for the phone number to, again, if your client wants to put that in, they can. And they will simply say, please send info. Okay. This is how they're going to go ahead and submit something to you if they want to. They can do it this way, or they can simply go ahead and send an email. It will work the same way for you. So they'll go ahead and submit that. Again, all branded yourself. This is, again, I'm logged in with Prodigy's email, so of course it's going to show up as mine. Then you'll go back to your agent dashboard, and this is something that you can work off of. Instead of working off of email now, you can work off of this dashboard. And what you're going to see is that, oh, I have a new request that came in. You'll be able to click on that request, right? And I'll be able to see, oh, this is a Q&A from Sales at Metric Realties. What do they want? Let me take a look. And I'm going to go ahead and be able to see this Q&A. Oh, there's a question on this property. I'm going to be able to see exactly what it is, obviously, which is important. Instead of having to look it up in the MLS, I can see all the data right here, and there's a link to it, so I don't have to worry about, again, going to the MLS to do it. This is from the MLS. Then I can go ahead and I can go ahead and respond back to this by adding a comment. So I can go ahead and go back to this and go testing back, and I can go ahead and respond to them, send to them back the information. The great news is that they're going to get an alert on their phone, and they're also going to get an alert on their email, and they'll also on their own dashboard, right, which is here, they're going to be able to see that you responded to them. Now, why is this beneficial for your client and for you? The main reason why is that you as an agent, you're going to be able to give updates immediately to your clients. And you're going to stop them from having to waste time calling you for unnecessary updates because they're going to get an alert. and they're going to be able to see exactly what you've done for them on every task. They're going to be able to go back and read through it. They're not going to have to search multiple emails. If you wanted to provide documents, so for example, remember inside their transaction folder, they could see any documents that you've created for them. So this is that property that they were interested in. Let's say they decided to move forward with this property and write up an offer. They would be able to see all the documents that you've created for them, any escrow information, if you wanted to include the agent, their lender information, right? Any type of related tickets that were associated. So they'd be able to see, for example, here, the question and answer. Let's say they wrote up an offer. They would be able to see the wrote up the offer. All of that is going to be for them in one spot for them. And it's also going to be there for you. So there's not going to be any more searching for properties. You're not going to have to worry about doing that anymore on your side either, which makes it a lot easier to go ahead and give your clients the best experience possible. And that's what you're looking for. Another thing that is a benefit here is, let's say that you were on vacation and you wanted your assistant or your transaction coordinator to go ahead and take care of it. That your transaction coordinator, you could permission them to log into your agent dashboard and they could go ahead and handle this on your behalf. They could handle this ticket. Let's say this client then wanted to schedule a showing. You could spawn this ticket into schedule a showing, for example, right? And then this would be a new task that's created on this particular property. Or let's say they had a property they wanted to list. Here's a list property. Then you would go ahead and you would simply say, submit this. They now want to list this property. This would show up as another task on your particular dashboard that then anybody on your dashboard that you give access to could work on it on your behalf. And you could see exactly what they're doing in relationship to your clients. It's a great way for you to manage that portion of it. So again, the whole idea is to provide an easy way for you to go ahead and manage those activities. Again, if you go back to the action items, what you're going to see now is that we have a list property, and you could say to your QA, start the listing process. That when you go ahead and you provide them that information and you submit that new request on their particular dashboard, they're going to be able to see that you're working on that request and what you choose to provide them, right? You see, there's two of these. There's a question and answer, and there's a list my property. This is the Q&A, and the other one is the question and answer. Now, let's say I was finished with that Q&A, so I'm now going to go to my dashboard. I'm going to go back to my agent dashboard here, and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm done with this Q&A for that particular client, and I just have to list my property. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this as complete. Your client knows that you've finished that particular task for them, right? So that's now complete, okay? So we're going to complete that. You'll see from your side that that task is actually complete. It's no longer there. And your client is also going to see on their dashboard as well that that task is now complete. To now that all they have is one open task, which is the listing property task that is associated with it. List my property. They know what you're doing. They know what you're doing on their behalf. The idea is transparency so they can see what's happening with it. Remember, they're going to be getting emails. They're going to also be getting emails as well as text, as well as they get to go to their dashboard. And they get to see you completed one of their tasks. You have a task open that you're doing for them. They know exactly where you're at. The idea is transparency, and saving time for them equals money, and saving time for you equals money. This is a great way for you to provide them with a much better experience than what you are now. Again, go to Metric Realties. We hope to see you. Please feel free to reach out with any questions. Thank you.